In last topic we studied about basic concept in geometry. Now today we are going to learn about the parallel lines. Now let's revise about the parallel line. Parallel lines means what? Okay. Now see, parallel lines, the lines which are coplanar and do not intersect each other are called parallel lines. Okay. Now see, parallel figure where you will see your window bars of the window. They are the in parallel way. Again, where you sit in the school on the bench, their shelves are also parallel to each other. Again, in cupboard also you will see your racks are arranged in a parallel manner. Now, in earlier class you have studied about the angles formed by the two parallel lines and the transversal. Now again we will revise the same thing, same types of angles formed by the two parallel lines and its transversal. Okay. Now let's see. First write the definition of parallel lines and its figure. Okay. Now parallel lines. Which are coplanar. The lines which are coplanar and do not intersect each other are called parallel lines. Okay. Now see, in a coplanar, in one plane they do not intersect each other. Such lines are called parallel lines. Okay. Now here L and this. Now see, now we are going to study about the angles formed by two parallel lines and its transversal. Okay. Now see, suppose this one parallel line, we give it name as L, and this second line will name it as M. Now line L and line M, they are parallel to each other, and this line will give it name as N. This is the transversal. Now we have to study the angles formed by it. Okay, suppose here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now these are the angles formed by these two parallel lines and the transversal. Now which type of angles it formed? Now here 8 pairs of angles are formed. Now which, in that the first one is the corresponding angles. Okay, corresponding pairs of angles. Now corresponding pairs of angle which are there. See, angle D is corresponds to angle H. Okay, and angle A is corresponds to angle E, and angle B is corresponds to angle H. Angle C is corresponds to angle G. Okay, so corresponding pairs of angles are which? Angle A and angle E. Other one is angle D and angle H. And angle C and angle G. angle B and angle F. These are the corresponding pairs of angles. Okay. Now see, here it is given for the activity pairs of corresponding angles. There you have to write this. Now next type of angles are pairs of alternate interior angles. Now see, which are the interior angles? Interior, inside angles. So see, angle C and H, angle B and angle E. These are the interior pairs of angle. And we have pairs of alternate exterior angle. Exterior angles pairs also we have, that is A and G, A and G, alternate it is. Okay, alternate, these are alternate angles. Interior alternate angles with, these are the interior alternate angles. Okay, interior alternate angles, this. Now, and D and F, they are the alternate exterior angles. Okay, so we will write pair of, next type is pair of alternate interior angles. Now pair of alternate means angle C and angle E is a alternate pair. Okay, this one. And again angle B and angle H are the alternate pairs of angle. Now this is interior. Now exterior angles, alternate exterior angles. Now exterior angles which are there, A and angle A and angle G, A and G, angle A and G, angle D and angle F. They are exterior alternate angles. Now next type we have to see, that is the interior pairs of angles. Interior means inside pairs. Okay, interior pairs of angles. Now interior angle which, angle C is interior to angle H and angle B is interior to angle E. These are interior pairs of angle. Now see, we know that sum of interior angle sum is equal to 180 degree. Means angle C and angle sum will be equal to 180 degree. Angle B and angle E's sum will be equal to 180 degree. These are the interior pairs of angles. Now we have studied the linear pairs of angles also. So linear pair of angles sum is also equal to 180 degree. Now which are the linear pair? Now angle D and angle A, they are the linear pairs of angles. Okay, now vertically opposite angles also form in this. So which are vertically opposite angles? See, this D and B are vertically opposite. Same way C and A are vertically opposite angles. Now in this case H and F is vertically opposite and E and G are vertically opposite pairs of angles. Now see, some important properties we have to revise. Now among this, first one is when two lines intersect, the pairs opposite angles formed are congruent. Now see, we have learned earlier that two lines intersect each other. Now suppose two lines, they intersect each other. Now this and this line, they intersect each other. Now here the vertical opposite angles formed, they are congruent. Means this angle will be, A will be congruent to B and C will be congruent to D. Means vertically opposite angles formed by two intersecting lines are congruent. Okay, now next is the angles in a linear pair are supplementary. Now I said angle D and angle A are supplementary pair. You can say that they are the linear pair also. Okay. Now supplementaries, you know, the sum of two supplementary angle is equal to 180 degree, and linear pair sum is also equal to 180 degree. Okay. Now next property is what? When one pair of corresponding angle is congruent, then all the remaining pairs of corresponding angles are congruent. Okay. Now one pair of corresponding angle is congruent. Means this A and E is congruent. Okay. A and E is congruent. Same way D and H also will be congruent. And L and angle C and angle G will be congruent. Angle B and angle F, they will be congruent. Means here corresponding pairs of these angles are congruent. Corresponding pairs of angles are congruent. Now next thing about the alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are also pairs are congruent. So then this angle C and angle E is a pair of alternate interior angle and they are congruent. Now the fourth property, when one pair of alternate angle is congruent, then all the remaining pairs of alternate angles are congruent. Now fifth property is what? When one pair of interior angle on one side of the transversal is supplementary, then the other pair of interior angle is also supplementary. Now suppose if this angle B and angle E is supplementary, then angle C and H also will be supplementary. Now properties of parallel lines. Okay. Now this with the figure you have to verify. Do this activity as a homework. Okay. Now we will see the interior angle theorem. Now next we will see interior angle theorem. Next part of it is interior angle theorem. Okay. Now interior angle theorem, what does it tell? If two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, the interior angles on either side of the transversal are supplementary. Okay. So, see, theorem, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, the interior angles on either side of transversal are supplementary. Now see the figure how it will come. Now see two lines, parallel lines, will give it name as L and M, and this is the transversal. Okay, we'll give it name as N. Line L and line M are parallel. Now what said? If two parallel lines intersected by a transversal, the interior angles on either side of the transversal. Now interior angles on either side, this side and this side, are supplementary. Now this we have to prove. Okay, so same A, B, C and D. Now these are the interior pairs of angle on the either side of the transversal. Okay. Now see, in given what it will come, line L and line M are the parallel lines and line N is the transversal. Hence, angle A and B are interior angles. Angle A and angle B given, angle A and angle B are interior pairs formed on one side, and other is what? Angle C and angle D are the interior pair formed on the other side of the transversal. Okay, now prove what we have to do it. What we have to prove? That interior angles on either side of a transversal are supplementary. Means what? Angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree and angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. This we have to prove. Okay, now see, in this, when such kind of statements we have to prove this by indirect method. See, means this conclusion what it is, we have to say. If it is to be true, we have to show it. We have to consider the other possibilities. Now what other possibilities we have with us? Either this angle A plus angle B will be less than 180. This will be the one condition, and other condition will be what? Angle A plus angle B is greater than 180 degree. And the third condition, if these two possibilities are not there, then we can say that angle A plus angle B will be equal to 180 degree. Okay, now to prove this, now see, in Lucid's fifth postulate, it is said that when the lines are less than the 90 degree, if we will extend them, they meet each other. Means this possibility will not be possible. It is impossible possibility. Then how the sum will be equal to 180 degree? Now what it is telling this, that this sum is greater than 180 degree. Now this sum will be greater than 180 degree. Then it is not possible to get the sum as 180 degree. Okay. So now see. So first what you have to consider, that first let assume that proof. Now let us assume that angle A plus angle B is less than 180 is true. If it is true, then according to Lucid postulate, if the lines L and line M are produced, they will intersect each other on the transversal, and where A and B are formed. So, but line L and line M, it is given they are parallel. So this condition is not possible. So therefore, this you have to write it from the textbook. Okay, angle A plus angle B less than 180 degree, it is impossible. Okay, according to Lucid fifth postulate. Now next is what it is. Now let us assume that angle A plus angle B is greater than 180 degree. Okay. Now if it is greater than 180 degree, then what we have? That angle C. These are the linear pair. These are linear pairs. So we will write, let angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Okay. We'll give this as 1. And angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. This we will give it 2. Now what we will do it? Now angles, these are what? Angles in a linear pair. Linear pairs of angles. Now these are linear pairs of angles. Now if we will add this, so therefore what it will be? Angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree plus 180 degree. Means it will be what? This angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. Okay. Now we know angle A and angle B, this is what? 180 degree. They are interior angles. Now therefore, what? Angle C plus angle D, which is equal to 360 minus angle A plus angle B. Okay, means what? It is angle C plus angle D, which is, it is less than 180 degree. Okay, so it is less than 180 degree it has come. Now this here, this will be less than 180 degree. Okay, now see, that is, in case of line L and line M produced will intersect each other on the same side of the transversal where C and D are formed. So angle C and angle D, it will be less than 180 degree. So that is impossible. Therefore angle A and angle B, angle A and angle B greater than 180 degree is impossible. Okay, so therefore angle A plus angle B greater than 180 degree is impossible condition. Now therefore what? Angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Followed. Now this is what? So same way we will have angle C plus angle D also will be 180 degree. Now so in this proof, because of the contradiction we have these possibilities have arises, so we can able to prove that this sum is equal to 180 degree. Now see, next type we have to study next theorem, that is corresponding angles and alternate angles theorem. Okay, next type of theorem we will see. Now next is corresponding angles and alternate angles theorem. Now first one theorem is what? First theorem is the corresponding angles formed by a transversal of two parallel lines are equal measure. Okay, the corresponding angles formed by a transversal of two parallel lines are of equal measures. Okay, now see two parallel lines here to draw. We'll name it as L and M, and this line as N as a transversal. Now which type of angles we have to form here? The corresponding angles. Okay, so here we'll write A, B, C. So now A and B angles are the corresponding pairs of angles. A and B are corresponding, they are equal, that we have to show. Now what is given? Line L is parallel. Given is line L is parallel to line M, and line N is a transversal. Okay, and what we have to prove? We have to prove that angle A is equal to angle B. We have to prove this. Now for this we have, see what we have. If you consider this as a transversal and this two lines are parallel lines. So now see, angles formed by this line is what? Line L and line N. These are the linear pairs. Okay, now we have to show this. So we have to consider this angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Why? Linear pair of angle. Linear pair of angle, and angle C plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Now this which type of angles? They are the interior pair of angles. Okay, interior pair of angles. Now see, now this we will compare. If we will compare, angle A plus angle C is equal to angle C plus angle B, because their sum is equal to 180 degree. So this we will compare, then what we will get? Angle A is equal to angle B. Okay, this we have proved. This is what? By the property of interior angles of a parallel line. Now this we have proved. This is from where? 1 and 2. From where we have got this? From 1 and 2. So therefore angle A is equal to angle B. Now this we have got, means the corresponding angles are congruent. Now next theorem we have to see, that is alternate angle theorem. Okay, next theorem is what? The alternate angle theorem. Alternate angle are formed. Alternate angles are formed by a transversal of two parallel lines. Alternate angles are formed by a transversal of two parallel lines are of equal measure. are of equal measure. Now see, for this what we have to do it? We have to draw the figure, that is L line is parallel to line M and N is the transversal. Okay, so what we have to write here? Now here we'll give this name as D because we are alternate angles. We want alternate angles. Okay, so now what we will write? Given is what? Line L parallel to line N and line N is a transversal. Okay, now what we have to prove? That alternate angles formed by a transversal of two parallel lines are equal measure. Means what we have to show? Angle D is equal to angle B. We have to show. Okay, angle D is equal to angle B. Then here also what we can get? See this line if you consider and this line, then what will happen? These are the linear pairs of angle. Angle D and angle C are linear pairs of angle. So what we can do it? Proof angle D plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Why it is? Linear pair of angles. Okay. Now what? Next what we have to consider? That angle C and angle B. Okay. Angle C plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Why? This one and this will give 2. Now this is why there 180 degree, because of the property of interior angle theorem. By property of interior pair of angle. Now what we will do it? We will compare this. Okay. So from 1 and 2 means angle D plus angle C is equal to this. Have got what? 180. So this we can compare angle C plus angle B from 1 and 2. So what we have got? Now this CC will get cancelled. Angle D is equal to angle B. Now this is what they are. Therefore angle D is equal to angle B. Now these theorems I have shown here. Now this what you have to do it? These theorems you have to write it in the notebook. Now we will see how to solve the practice set 2.1. Okay.